Well, basically, the estimates are based on numbers provided by the Human Resources Department in July. Obviously, we're estimating because we don't know if the figures have fluctuated from July to now. Concerningly, that the vacancies for administrative officers are at the level of 72, and for administrative assistants at the level of 13.
So how many, if any, of those posts are undertaken by supply workers currently, and how many are actually vacant?
Well, my understanding is that there are no longer supply workers. So, in fact, what we're looking at is vacant posts that are, that work is being carried out by, the existing staff. Which, obviously, I don't have to state the obvious in saying that, departments need people to run, and, they need a full complement to run effectively.
So what's your understanding of the matter from government, and what are you calling on the GSD for exactly?
As our understanding is that the government's position is relatively clear, because as far as we understand, the recruitment process was commenced, and it's at the position where people could be taken on. We were under the impression that the process was ongoing. As regards the GSD statement, to be honest, it did seem a little bit ambiguous, but there were, at least in our view, undertones of austerity to it, and almost the suggestion that in fact AAs shouldn't be taken on, and obviously for us that's very concerning, given the shortfall in staffing levels that there are currently.
At a time where Gibraltar and the rest of the world is facing substantial economic hardship, does the GGCA accept that there might be a need or perhaps a reason to push back recruitment if this is indeed the case?
Well, my view on these things is that everything can be agreed via consultation, and certainly one of the issues for me that springs to mind with this is that, can you imagine, for example, if there were 85 vacancies at entry-level grade in the nursing profession or in the teaching profession or in policing? It would be unthinkable. And always for me it seems that the clerical grades get sort of the short end of the stick with this, because it seems that the general perception is that they're expendable. But look, if you want government departments to run, and it's important for them to run effectively, especially if we're going to see an economic downturn, and they have to be working well in order to sort of support business. So, this has to be thought of, and it has to be thought of properly. And before you sort of even determine, right, we're not going to respect the established complement, which for us would be difficult, you'd have to have proper evaluations. You'd have to go into departments and say, right, which department has the higher workload, which types of workload are, of greater priority, where do we need to focus the people coming in. So, there is work to be done. And, that general sort of attitude of, oh, well, it's just the civil, they don't really, do any work. Let's get rid of them. It's actually, firstly, it's erroneous, and secondly, it's dangerous, because it means that at a time when we're going to need the public service to cater to business, that we're going to sort of shoot ourselves in the foot. So that really is my main concern.